Hi, everyone. It's Sarah. So nice to see everyone. I know everybody was asking me, what is this announcement? What is this all about? We need to know. You guys are so impatient. I will tell you that I did let the staff and the board and the volunteers know about this, and I cannot tell you how excited they are. So I have a feeling this is going to be a big deal for so many of our friends and our followers, and we really want this to be successful. And I will tell you, this is something that we've been wanting to do forever. So it is such an honor to be part of this. I can't even tell you how excited we are. And I will bring in our guest now, James from Silver Moon Brewing. Hi, James. How are you?
Hi, Sarah. I'm great. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. So before we unveil all this, and I don't want to unveil it, I don't want to just give it all away. We got to get people sucked in. I wanted to talk about you and the brewery that you have in Oregon. And I know we talked about it a bit, but I really want you to kind of wax poetic about everything that you do.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm a 10-year software guy from California, and I moved up to Bend, Oregon about 14 years ago and started a couple of businesses and bought an existing brewery here in Bend. Don't know a thing about brewing beer to this day. We've owned the brewery for about 10 years now. So June will be 10 years that my partner and I bought the business. And we've just been having a lot of fun, making great beer, winning awards, tons of music, and a lot of fundraising. So maybe that's a clue for tonight.
Yes, yes, it is for sure. And that's the other thing. Hold on, let me get rid of this. Sorry. I'm still new here, guys, at doing this. These no. So yeah, so James actually sent me an email, and usually, when I get emails, I'm always like, okay, there's got to be a catch. Like, so I send it to the board, and they double checked it. But James, please tell us about what we're going to do. And again, I can't thank you enough. I think it's incredible. I think, like I said, our fans and our followers and our friends are going to love this so much. So let's break the news.
All right. Well, so I'll try to give the Cliff Notes version after our conversation last week, Sarah. You know that I'm not the briefest in description, but yeah, as I said, we've owned the brewery for about 10 years, and about 9 years ago, we started a cancer campaign. Not the most original on the planet. It was a fairly simple karaoke night where we'd have people come in and sing, and $1 a pint would go to cancer, the more traditional human forms of cancer. And a couple years into it, we started bottling it to start. A couple years after that, we came up with an idea of collecting names of fighters and those that we've lost due to cancer on a 22-ounce beer bottle. And that migrated into cans just a year or two later. This year, we are in year 9 of the program. We partner with some pretty big names in the cancer world, like American Cancer Society and Knight Cancer Institute, about 10 last year in all around the country. And basically, the punchline is we heard from so many pet lovers, why not allow pet lovers, pet owners to put a pet's name on the can, honor a pet that might itself, himself, herself, be fighting cancer. It's too prevalent in pets these days, or a pet that's been lost. Just a great way to honor that pet on the can. And then, of course, there's an ask and a fundraising component behind it. And glad to say that you and I were able to quickly agree that this would be a great campaign for Live Like Rue. And so hopefully we will have quite a few pet names on the can this year, and those dollars will go to you.
Yeah, it's just incredible. And, talking to James, basically immediately the board's like, yes, this is awesome. They even like researched, and I know, James, you did a lot of research on Live Like Rue. So I'm so happy that our foundation came up when you were searching for that. And I do think, losing a loved one to cancer, and we've talked about this, James, too, is a thing, but also losing a pet. And, we face it every day with this foundation. And I know so many people are going to want to put the pets on the can. So can you just kind of, I would like to first talk timeline, because we are against a deadline.
Mhm.
There are limited spots. So everybody should know, once we get off of this live, you should go and do this. I've already put Rue's name on the can. So for anybody that is like, oh, I'm going to go put Rue's name, his is already there. A lot of our board and staff members have put their pets, but there are limited spots and we are against a tight deadline. So if you can talk about that, James, that'd be great.
Yeah, we just finished week 3 of about a 2-month process of collecting those names. So ultimately it's names on a beer label is what we're talking about here, and we change the look and kind of the sizzle factor every year. This year the labels will be on a 6-pack. One can is going to tell the story of the campaign. And then the slide that Sarah's got up here basically is a sneak peek at version 1 of this year's unique can labels. And you can kind of see a band there in the lower third of the can. And we'll be putting about 200 to 250 names, both individuals and pets, in that bottom third of the can. So it's got some nice artwork up above and those names down below. So really across the 5 cans that we put the names on, again, about 200 to 250, which leaves us with about 1,000 to 1,250 names. And we've collected about 300 in the first 3 weeks. So, the real estate is limited, so to speak. We want to leave that font at a size where people can find the name that they've honored on the can when those beer cans eventually come out in the June timeframe. So again, just to reiterate, February and March is kind of name collection. Then we disappear for about 2-3 months as we compile the names, send the labels off to print, make the beer, and then ultimately we will be pushing beer out to market in the 7 states that we distribute to. And then also through our mail order partner, Tavour.com out of Seattle, Washington. And those will start going out right at the very end of May and be available ideally for people that first week of June, which happens to start National Cancer Survivor Month.
Yeah. So the biggest thing, so I know, everybody is going to have questions. The biggest thing is, so we can't get the beer in Illinois. So I know a lot of our followers here are in Illinois. Don't worry. I'm going to talk to distributors. James kind of told me how to go about it, but also there's other ways to see the names. So James, I know the growler is one. So let me show you guys. And he has one actually. So this thing is awesome. So you can ship the growler obviously empty. So you get the growler, you can put whatever you want in it. As he said, you could take it to the gym. You can really do whatever. And to me, I love that. I think it's amazing. But we need to get enough names. And I know we will. I'm not worried about that. But then also there is a candle company that takes the cans. So James, I had a question. Do they take the label and then they make the candle and they put it on glass, or is it the actual can?
It's an actual can. Yeah, we just send them some extra beer labels on a roll and ship them out to Matt in St. Louis, and then he just happens to do candles. That's part of his company, and people can mail order. So I like to say that the beer is delicious, but it's not really about the beer. It's really about the fundraising and our nonprofit partners that receive those funds, and then kind of memorializing that individual or pet by having that candle, that growler, something a little more lasting after the beer's long gone.
Yeah, I really love the growler idea. So the biggest thing is we need enough names to be able to make that growler. So I need you guys to go and get this. And like James said, part of the portion of the proceeds that come in for your donation to put the name on goes to Live Like Rue. Then when they make the beer, a portion of those proceeds go to us as well. So I'm going to find a way, James knows, I'm going to find a way to get us some beer here. And so you guys can get some of these cans in person. I don't think it's going to be tough for us to do that. Like you said, there is a third-party website we can look at as well. But Just amazing partnership, James. I really can't thank you enough. And I know I'm not getting a lot of comments on here, so I have a feeling people are in another screen right now ordering the names. That's what I would love. But we only have till the end of March. And again, there is limited space. And James, correct me if I'm wrong, if we get enough names for our own can, we get our own can.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're kind of on the cutting edge here, and we do, every year. And you had flashed a screen earlier, I think, Sarah, of all the cans over the years. Every year, we're kind of tasked with doing something cool and neat and different, raising the bar on the campaign. And this year, it was adding in a pet foundation. So again, I'm kind of shooting from the hip here, but don't see any reason why if we did get that 200 to 250 pet names, maybe 300 pet names, since pet names tend to be a little bit shorter than human names. But if we have enough to fill a can, then yeah, one of the 5 cans of names would be strictly pets, and those dollars would be going to Live Like Rue.
Yeah, we're so thankful. And I'm so glad I read through the email and said, okay, everybody just check this out. But thank you, James. And I think, it would be amazing if once the cans are made and the labels are made, if you can come on and we can unveil them so that everybody can see what the cans are going to look like. And I'm sure I'll have people, bugging me, Sarah, when can I get the candle? When can I get the growler? But I will make sure that everybody is up to date on the timeline and everything. And I see that people are signing up, which is great.
Yeah, and I should add too, Sarah, the growler, you and I talked about this last week. It really can be done at any point. So if you were to put word out to your support base and everyone were to come forward and support, whether it took a week, a month, or 6 months to collect those names, we can do it, when it makes sense, when there's enough names, et cetera. The beer is on a timeline, right? So we make the beer in May. We're trying to do one big batch that we push out to the world. About 7 states, again, that we distribute to, and about 28 states that Tavour ships to. I do believe that Illinois is one of the states Tavour ships to. Mm-hmm. And that would be a direct order through them. And then with any luck, if we can find a Chicagoland distributor that would be willing to bring our beer in, become a distributor even just for this one product, then it can literally be found on shelves in stores around Chicagoland. But I know a lot of your supporters around the country. Many of them could be right here in Oregon, California, Colorado, some of the states we do distribute to.
Yeah, it'd be amazing if you could get some of our followers into your actual brewery so we can get kind of an inside look at it. That would be amazing. And I've already volunteered to do a road trip and bring some cases back. So
we have a huge patio, and we are very, very dog friendly. So
yeah. In the pictures, if you guys saw, I mean, they have so many events. Every time I look at their page, because now that I follow them, even yesterday, James was like, Sarah, I'm busy today. You're going to have to wait till tomorrow because he had a huge event. So we're so thankful. Again, everybody, please share. Obviously, this is like, I can't remember who said it. Somebody said it's a great gift. It is a great gift. So for our bucket list animals, this will be something that we check off as a bucket list to put the name on the can. And again, it's great. Pat's going to come with me. We're going west. Let's go, Pat. It really is a great gift, and it's something, a keepsake like a candle or a growler. It's just incredible. So James, we can't thank you enough. I'll post everything for everybody to get linked into it. Please, share with your friends. I should also note, if you have somebody that you want to honor that's a human with cancer, obviously this is perfect for that. So when you do go to sign up, please make sure when you go to the pull down menu, you select Live Like Rue. That's important. So we want to make sure that we get enough people signed up to get our own can, which is going to be my goal, James. And I'm hoping to do it before the end of March for sure.
All right. The challenge is out there.
Yes, it is. It is. Thank you, James. I can't thank you enough. I would love to have you back on again when we kind of unveil the cans. I think people will love that so much, and it'll gain excitement then for the beer actually coming out and for everybody to see the labels. Thank you so much.
You bet.
Oh, Sherry had a quick question for you. She wants to know if you're drinking water and not beer.
I am drinking water. I promise. It's
I
tomorrow
think
might
she
be
wants you
another.
drinking beer.
I do plenty of that during the week, believe me.
Yeah, it's funny. One of our staff members works at a brewery too, and she's like, "I drink so much of this beer, but I mean, it's your
Hard
baby."
not to.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you so much, James. Thank you,
Yep.
everybody. Go
You bet.
get these names. We need
You
them.
bet.
All right.
Thanks,
Bye.
Sarah.